All the money is being frittered away that you may know in your next life. If you hear the name Nigeria, you say, no, I don't want to be part of these people. Whenever we criticize them, people will be complaining. Oh, leave them alone. Always Buhari, always Abakia, leave them always Fulani. Why should they are the head? I want to cut it off. Why should I? It's like playing chess. I play chess very well, as a matter of fact. You sacrifice everything, you go for the king. You surround it, you capture it, and the game is over. It doesn't matter how many officers you've lost, how many foot soldiers you've lost, how many pawns you've lost, how many bishops you lost, how many knights, it doesn't irrelevant. You can even sacrifice your queen in order to grab the opponent's king. That's what we are doing. We are playing a high-power chess game. And they will not forget Nnamdi Kanu in a hurry, will they? Oh no, this is God-made IPOB. Who can forget IPOB? Never. Not in this life. Never and forever, as a matter of fact. The whole world is listening, and we are propagating the gospel of restoration, the gospel of hope, to liberate the whole of Africa, because what we are doing is mental sanitization, to cleanse your brain. So no idiot can come to you and say, I'm the president, secretary to the president, and rubbish, not in Biafra land. All men and women will be equal before God in heaven and the laws of man on earth. All this nonsense. You think we are doing this after suffering, after losing my men that are close to me, after losing my parents in this struggle, we build Biafra and one idiot to be traveling with siren? Is that what you think? You are dreaming. You are in cloud cuckoo land. You are dreaming. There will be no siren in Biafra land. Only ambulance, police, and fire service. Everybody else, you are like all of us. You travel like a human being. You made a law. Nobody should be buried. But you went ahead and buried Abakiari. You buried him. That is how terrible you people are, because you support evil. Oh, there should be social distancing. You shouldn't gather more than 2 people. You went to Lagos and you arrested a young woman. What is her name again? Her name is it Adeleke. What's that girl's name? I've forgotten her name. Is that Adeleke? They call her. You arrested her. She's having a house party, and they went to Lagos. Channels was there filming. But you know that a channel's correspondent cannot say, but we say social distancing. Why are all of you crowding together in Abakiari's funeral? They will not say it. But if it is Adeleke, that girl, everybody will be writing, hey, she shouldn't be having a house party. She shouldn't be there. But look at these morons from the arid deserts of the Sahel that doesn't know what law is. Look at what they're doing. Have you said anything? Have you complained? The answer is no. You cannot complain because you're a weasel. You are weak and decrepit. When it comes to other people, Nigerian media, they're very strong. Write the truth. This gathering of Atabakiari's laying to rest of his ash, that was because he was cremated. Are you telling me that this is normal? Is this normal COVID-19 protocol? The answer is no. Why then are you going about arresting people for having house parties when you yourselves cannot even obey the law? Zoo. You're not zoo for nothing. Animals everywhere. From top to bottom. Animals everywhere. All they know what to do is to kill. Somebody should, let me go through what somebody cleverly wrote about the Abakiari, as evil as he was. That some people are saying he was a good man. People are terrible, honestly. Abakiari is a very dangerous, conniving human being. Evil. He was the one that ordered Operation Python Dance. He was the one that personally signed that I should be killed, that the army of the zoo should come to my house to kill me. He has collected collected bribes from MTN. They know that very well, don't they? So that MTN can build their 10G network everywhere. He appointed himself to the board of NNPC. As soon as Buhari, Buhari loves oil and gas, petroleum, PTF. They love stealing. I told you that. You see the Janjaweed from the north, the Kaba, they love, nobody steals, they are criminals. And you're keeping Ojus Okalu in jail. I don't like him. He was a traitor. But he's answering an Igbo name. Olisametu is answering an Igbo name. They cannot be in jail when people who should be in jail are busy walking free or telling me they're fighting corruption. I will destroy the zoo. Otis Okalo must be released. So to Olisametu and all the Christians they're holding. Any day you want to have an anti-corruption tribunal, let all of you criminals gather together in a hall and judge yourselves. Not this stupid selective persecution and not persecution. This criminal Abba Kyari appointed himself and his children must be investigated. Don't look at Yusuf Buhari. Look at the children of Omar Diko. The children of Abacha. That's how they loot. That's how they steal. Then in the next 10 years now, they'll be telling oh, but we are millionaires. We are the richest people in Africa. But nobody will talk about how your grandparents stole money. As Dangote is doing that, the richest man, he is a front for money laundering. He's the richest man in Africa, my foot. Mad people everywhere. Abba Kyari put himself on the board of NNPC. He appointed his own daughter the vice president of Nigeria's Sovereign Wealth Fund. All the overseas investments of Nigeria, Abba Kyari's daughter is in charge. This is nepotism of the highest order. But he's our chief of staff. He's a good man. Here, do you see why I call Nigerians zoo animals? You see that? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He is the one that distributes every post in the zoo because, of course, he's the de facto president. Before you see there's shambolic Buhari, which is Jubril al-Sudani, you must go through him and give him his own money. He was the one that ordered the countless massacre of civilians. What the Janjaweed, the Fulani headsmen are doing was his own making. But to tell you how foolish they are, after creating Boko Haram, after financing Miet Yala to go and be killing people, he died. The fear of Boko Haram is the reason why they did not bury him in his hometown in Borno. Do you see how life goes? If anything, I want Yoruba media to learn something from the fate of Abba Kyari. Learn something from it. After financing Boko Haram, after financing Mietala, the terrorist group, the Fulani terrorist group that use cattle to be messing up people's lives, the fear of Boko Haram and bandits is the reason why he was buried in no man's land in Abuja. What does that tell you about supporting evil? Yoruba media must learn from this. Yoruba nation must learn from this. They have destroyed democracy. They have destroyed democracy. Now, who is your president? There is nobody. Nobody, any day, let God know, any day Jubril comes abroad, we will sacrifice lives. We will go and grab him. Then the British police can come, or US police, or Italian police, they will come and ask us what is the problem. We'll tell him to remove the face mask. As we are going after him, we'll tell him, police, pull his face, is rubber. Pull his face, is rubber. They will pull his face, they'll see it's rubber. Then your eyes will clear. All those Yoruba evil media people, they will cover their faces in shame. I will destroy Nigeria. I will disgrace Nigeria, I'm telling you. I swear my life. I'll destroy it. Then that they may know. They will tell their grandchildren stories about IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu. They will tell them that when they started, we thought they were joking. We call them miscreants. We call them touts. We call them fraudsters. Look at people who are forging pictures and calling others fraudsters. Can you believe such nonsense? People who the money meant for Aso Rock Clinic was stolen by one man, Abba Kyari, 13-point-something billion. And you're calling Otis Okalo, hey, he's corrupt. Hey, Olisametu, he's corrupt. And out of fear, and the cowards they gave us, Hanesa and Pandev, useless set of men, useless to the core, useless beyond useless. There was one idiot who said, they call him Agwana Atumbe. When we get to you will know that your eyes will clear. Your fathers from Fulani will not save you. Now you understand it? Now do you understand the zoo? Why they do what they do? Because you let them. That is why there has to be a revolution. You have allowed them too much. Look at what we did in Hafia. That is small. The policeman is lucky he got away with his life. We'll find him. We'll find him. And I'm telling everybody, if you're working in the army, don't tell me tomorrow, oh, we are obeying orders now, please help us. No. No. You're not obeying any orders. There must be spontaneous revolution across the entire South and Middle Belt. And let me tell you why. As soon as the Nigerian army turns from the north to start coming south, there will be no southerner that will join them to fight their own people. And you know then what Boko Haram will do? Boko Haram will ravage them. They'll be caught in the middle of a sandwich. The zoo is about to collapse. It's gone. Completely gone. I told them the time will come when you beg and will say, no, which you're useless. Which talk to which idiot? They are begging, hey, can we talk? Can we find a way? I said, get out of my field. Go behind me, you Satan. Talk to who about what? After killing people? After stealing? All that they do, all that Channels TV does is to support evil. So maybe one day they do because that was how their Oga, John Momo, made his money, by stealing from the public coffers to go set up a TV station to support evil. That's how you have channels. And some of you watch it and I feel sorry. Don't wonder you, of course, you're from the zoo. What do you expect? Unbelievable. John Momo stole money from Nigeria as information minister. That was how he found. That is why they support evil. Why else would they support evil? I'm asking you. Why else would they support evil? You have no light. They want to bury 5G cable in front of your house and you allow them. And you allow them no drinking water, no electricity. But there is 5G is good for you. Do you have brain at all? Do you have brain? I'm asking you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They said Brother gave a powerful speech in the north. Who said so? But instead they're in Ebonyi State. They're in Ebonyi State. In Umwogudu, in Mbo, Hauku, local government area of Ebonyi State. The army came there early this morning and destroyed homes and farms. We have also sent the pictures to the US and the videos as well. They should be rest assured. And in your house, they'll come and kill you off. And one idiot was saying, but it's our people, they're stubborn. That's why police are killing them. Hey, and I said to God, and you brought me in a continent with such people in it? Hey. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I am calling on those that conspired and jailed Olisametu, Ojus Okalo, and all Middle Belt Christian politicians who are in custody. Frankly, I don't care how you're going to do it, but I want them to be released. If the Fulani don't release Ojus Okalo and Olisametu, I will not relent until all those associated with Abba Kyari's loot are in jail. I'm telling you the truth, including Magu of EFCC. That time they will know how formidable we are. Go and ask them how strong we are. They will tell you. Any day they are prepared to jail the children of Abacha, the children of Omar Otiko, the children of Abba Kyari, the children of Buhari. Any day you're prepared to jail Magu. Remember Ibrahim Lamode with his £5 billion stolen from EFCC. Then we can give you Ojus Okalo and Olisametu, but you must release them. Or else, whatever, the zoo has no image, whatever is left of it will be completely decimated, completely destroyed. I don't care if you use coronavirus as an excuse, I don't give a damn, to be honest with you. Release them. Ojus Okalo should be released. Olisametu should be released. They must be released. Criminals from the zoo. You jail other people. But you that stole 13 billion from Asarok, you are walking about giving interview in Channels TV. Olisametu, you accuse him. You gave him 400 million naira to go and run a campaign for PDP. And he's in jail. The person that gave him the money is not in jail. Dasuki is in his house in Sokoto. And Olisametu is in jail. And the people are keeping quiet. You are quiet. Olisametu is in jail. And the man that gave Olisametu the money out of oh my goodness. Hey, these people. Dasuki is in his house. Olisametu is convicted in jail. And you're telling me that we're okay. Oh, dear man. They must be released. They must be released. And the little girl that Abba Kyari put in charge, is a good thing that Alan Dume is now saying it, that the whole COVID-19, I want to call it Codin. COVID-19 palliative is a fraud. It is a fraud. Just like Boko Haram, it is a fraud. The zoo is shrouded in fraud. There is fraud everywhere. That is why you always fall Magu. That's fraud everywhere. They think they're smart, but they are not. The masses are fed up. Every day people complain, oh, hunger is killing also. Now is the time to rise in a revolution. Now is the time. There is no way that Ondo State could be burning. Enugu State is burning. Benue is burning. And they will be everywhere. No way. They cannot be everywhere at the same time. We conquer, we get some places and we secure it. There must be spontaneous revolution and the time is now. Anytime you take over a police station, you collect their guns and their bullets, you wait for them to come. That must be it now. And every Biafran who is serving in the zoo army, I know that there is something wrong with the brain of a black person with reason sideways. If you're a Biafran and you're in the zoo army, and they send you to go and quell any uprising, you go there and you kill somebody. When Biafra comes, you stand trial and you'll be hanged in the public. We will hang you in the public. Don't say we didn't tell you. Even if you like, go to Obama show and you kill somebody there, you'll be hanged when Biafra comes. We cannot excuse you. Because what you're defending is evil. It's indefensible. It's our constitutional duty. We have to. Nigeria is a fraud, is a sham, is a heaven for scammers. We cannot allow the zoo to prevail. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever, not whilst we're alive, not whilst this very IPOB that I lead is alive. Yoruba must be very sensible. There is a very compelling article written by one of their sons, Remi Oyeyemi, wrote an article. And he said in that very article that the Yorubas are sleepwalking into disaster. They must understand the thinking of the Janjaweed, of the Fulani, Miyetti Allah, terrorist brigade. You must understand them. Look at the clip today of the burial of Abakari. These days, even you don't even know who is Yoruba anymore. You don't know who is a Biafran. They have so much intimidated all of you that you are dressed like them. The official lingua franca in Abuja right now, even in government offices, is Hausa. In the afternoon, they'll be doing meeting in Hausa language. In broad daylight. If you don't like it, you go. They don't know the difference between a formal wear and an evening wear. They have no idea as to what looking official means and what looking relaxing. Somebody will be coming to an office with their funny cap they wear and slippers. He said, Ranka and just walking, speaking hours. By 12 o'clock, he's gone. And you want to be in the same country with such people? I say good luck to you, but not we Biafrans. We are going to where we belong. It will not be well. Of course, look at this now with Abakari before Lucifer. Telling Lucifer how they created Nigeria and how they ran it. That some people are telling me that they feel something for Abakari. Abakari is a cold-hearted, cold-blooded murderer. The Yoruba man that I have respect for, I will continue to respect, is Paya de Banjon till tomorrow, till eternity. Consistency. He never changes. Never changes. And of course, I'm aware that some of the Yoruba people from Ekiti State, there's a bit of Igbo in them. I know that very well. Another day we'll discuss that. So when I talk about those people, we're also talking about part of our bloodline. But at least our own is a bit different. And one day I will also prove to you that the whole of Yoruba didn't used to be one before. I'll prove it to you. That is Ijebu, that is Egba. They're all different people. If you don't know, let me tell you. Coronavirus is wreaking havoc. But Asa, I call him Sir. Pa Aya Debanjo. We must go back to 1960 Constitution. Ask yourself, why is it that the Fulanis do not want any constitutional arrangement that will allow people to be free? Because they love control. They control cattle. And that is the gift that Yorubas gave them. That is how they want to be controlling everybody. It shall not be well. I like Paya Debanjo. 1960 Constitution. North, East, West. Do your thing as you wish. and come to the center and maybe give Alamajiri some small money because they're always poor. They'll always remain poor anyway. They are afraid of breaking up. Do you know why? Because we will showcase their poverty of intellect. That's the only thing they're afraid of. So that the world will say, oh, so these Biafrans are intelligent like this, and these other ones are here taking our money every blessed year. That's what they're afraid of. But if we are all together in this big bowl of mediocrity called Nigeria, you will not know what is happening. You know, as they say, what it means that all lizards are lying there, you don't know the one that has stomach pain. That's the problem. Because once you're in the zoo called Nigeria, everybody thinks it's a basket case, it's a useless place. Let people be free. Allow competition. They won't allow it because they cannot compete. They are intellectually inferior and they know it. Of course, the Yorubas can compete. They're intelligent, they went to school. But Janjaweed cannot. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It has now come to light that even in the United Kingdom, in the USA, in France, they are using hydrochloroquine to cure COVID-19. This is for, I don't hate Femi Adesina. I'm telling the doctors treating Femi Adesina, and especially Yemi Osinbajo, because I like him. I don't know. I don't know why I like Yemi Osinbajo, for goodness sake. I can't explain it. Why I like him, I have no idea. Hey, Chineke, let God help me. Why do I like Yemi Osinbajo, for goodness sake? I have no idea. I keep finding myself praying for him to recover. I don't know why I'm praying for Osinbajo. I don't know him. Oh, I don't know. Osinbajo should leave me alone. I don't know him. But I'll continue to pray for him all the same. I'll continue to pray for him. Those treating Osinbajo and Femi Adesina should please give them hydrochloroquine. Give them zinc as well and vitamin D that they may live. Because as I said, I don't know why I like Osinbajo. I just like the man. For some reason. I think he's a gentleman. He's a gentleman. That's why I like him. He's a cultured gentleman. That's why I like Osinbajo. A lot. I do. I like him. You know, all those castigating him, if you're in the shoes, in the bowl of the snake, Fulani cabal, what can you do? You can't do anything. Is there anything that tell you that you're going to do? And that brings us to the end of our proceedings tonight. And by the grace of Elohim, I will be here on a date to be announced to continue to propagate this very gospel, but this evening is very clear. Asorok is empty. A revolution is one of the ways forward, or else we will disgrace the zoo in a way that any ear that hears it will say, we don't believe that Africans are capable of this. The zoo is gone. As I'm speaking to you right now this night, there is no president of Nigeria. There is no vice president of Nigeria. There is no head of government in Nigeria. Asorok has fallen. Nigeria has collapsed. It only exists only by name. And a few gun-toting policemen and army men. But anybody who comes to me again to complain that the policeman killed somebody, then I will tell you we are to get off. Once a policeman kills anybody or an army kills anybody, you people should overpower that very person and kill that same person as well. Once you do it twice, they will run away. All of them will run away. They will stop killing people. It's because anytime they kill us, we post on Facebook, oh, they killed us, oh, they killed us, and they get away with it. The best way to deal with a useless black man is when they are brutal, you return their brutality. You see, they will stop. How else are they going to stop? You can stop them. Thank you very much for listening to me this very evening. The following announcement is for IPOB. I am appointing a national coordinator for the northern part of the zoo. Mazi Nnamdi is the coordinator for the northern Nigeria. The deputy coordinator for northern Nigeria is Michael. We are going to organize our people because we are coming home very soon to go and propagate this very gospel. Tell our people in the north they must return. The PRO for the northern part of the zoo is Godwin Ekwe. And this evening, I am dissolving on air. There is a group of criminals called 24 Elders in Iguacha. Listen carefully. Every week as I preach, anybody involved in any criminality in IPOB, I will expose you before the world. There is a group called 24 Elders. You are dissolved from tonight. Some of you went and kidnapped somebody, I was told today. And one of the people you kidnapped, the brother is an IPOB family member. You must release all those you kidnapped and disappear and hope that we don't find you anymore. They are called 24 Elders in Iguacha. Dissolve tonight. Anybody associating with them is a criminal. We cannot condone criminality in IPOB or in a new Biafra. No, we are not like other zoo people, and we can never be. Never, ever, ever. Can never be. Had the zoo been a decent place, it's just to take idiots and hand you criminals over to them. But we're going to deal with it in our own way. So in your next life, you'll not try this rubbish again. Mad people everywhere. The Olu coordinator is Chidi Nwachukwu. He is hereby expelled from IPOB. He collected money from people in the diaspora, 1.4 million, to supply relay stations. He just went, a typical zoo, went to a place where we have a relay station, took it to a new location, and pocketed 1.4 million. He's a thief, and he's off IPOB tonight. If you're dealing with him, then you're off too. Bunch of criminals. We won't have you in IPOB. Ndoshi, everywhere. And not only for misappropriation of funds, he disobeyed a direct order from Biafra Land Coordinator that represents me. When Ikechukwu tells you something, you know it's coming from me. Good or bad, do it first. Obey before complain. As I was taught, as an honor in Government College Omwa. You obey before you complain. If you say no to Ikechukwu, that means you're off. If you say no to spiritual coordinator, you are off. If you know you cannot obey your spiritual, just resign and get away before I call your name on air. Magu, anywhere you see the EFCC chairman, he's not IPOB, of course, he is not and can never be. You arrest him. Magu of EFCC is a thief. He is the one holding all the money for Abba Kyari. He is a criminal and has no moral, how can I put it? Has no moral ground to preside over EFCC. He's a thief. They must release all Joseph Carlo and the summit. On that note, we'll bring a proceedings to an end this very evening. And as always, and without hesitation, we proclaim very proudly that Biafra is our religion. Here on Radio Biafra is where we worship because Chukwu Okike Abiyama Pụrụ Ihe Niile Elohim, Adonai El Shaddai, Okike, is our God. From me, from here, it is good evening.
Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPOB families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 Olumewojuku is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 Olumewojuku is another Savior. Holy, 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 Olumewojuku is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. dika ya bika kokwa na mnuwa. Hey, ana mekele mazuche mefo. Mwanemo, it's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing along. Holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Sing along. Holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. When I sing along. Holy, 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 holy. Is another savior. Getting moving right and getting moving faster now. Holy, 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 holy. Is another savior. Holy, holy, getting moving right and getting faster. Never freedom. Is another savior. Yeah, for freedom. Holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior.